Alright, so today we're going to be disassembling the HP Proliant DL380 G5. Just standard 2U server. There's not much to this server, it's very basic layout, but this will be pretty much all the way down to the bare of the case. Now, for today, you'll just need a Phillips head screwdriver. So right here, or actually, I don't need to use it right now, but right here is a security port. So if you cannot flip this lever up, then it might be security locked. Take a look. If the little flat head is facing the lock, then you need to take a flathead screwdriver and unlock it. And once you do that, you just pull up, as so, and it should slide back a little bit, and once it slides back a little bit, you can just pull from the back, lift up, and open. And you can just stow away the side panel. So, what we have here is we have this top cover. That's going to be the first thing we're taking off, this plastic black cover. So first you got to remove the drive cables. Some configurations will have the drive cables running through here, so then you don't really need to move them out of the way. Now we have those moved out the way, we can just pull on any piece, and this will come right off. Alright, so I like to get all the kind of work from top down pretty much. So to get this out of the way, get all the cabling out of the way, we're going to remove this card. You have to flip this little thing up right here, and there's no screw for it, so you just pull, and there you go. There's the HBA card. Alright, now we're going to remove our PCI bracket. This one right here is broken for me, but the proper procedure is to press down on the little blue inner circle. Sometimes it takes a little finicky. Let's try it on one of these. These work better. So you just press down on the blue circle, just wiggle it a little bit, and it will pop up like that. Now that's not undone, you still have to unscrew it. Oh look, that one just went. You still have to unscrew it, but the popping up is just to make it easier. Alright, so here comes the PCI bracket. It's normally in there pretty firm. Oh. So just gotta give it a nice tug. There you go. That's how much is connecting to it, so it's very well secured in. Alright, next we're going to remove our power supply. This one only has one power supply installed. So you just put your thumb on the black lever, or on the red lever, put your finger around the black loop, and yank it out. It takes quite a bit of force to get it out. Now we are going to remove the power supply bracket. To do so, you're going to undo the little screws. There's one right here, here, and here. And those should be just about the same as the PCI ones. If you can't get the little black thing to pop up, but you can still spin it, it'll undo itself just as fine. See, this one's not popped up, but I'm still able to rotate it. Just give it a little shimmy. Connectors are right here, so that's where you're going to need the most force, but you still have to be very delicate. Just go straight up. There are guide rails, so you shouldn't be able to easily snap it. Wow. Look at me. Alright, there you go. You have your power supply bracket. Alright, next easy part, just ram, flip up on both sides. Flip up on both sides. We got our VRMs. You're just going to take the little blue panel right here, hold it back, and pull up. It should just detach. Note, if you have been running the server recently, these will be hot. I made that mistake. This also will be very hot. Let me actually set those on here. And next we're going to remove the CPUs. So, to undo it, just pull the lever up and open. These heat sinks are held in by this bracket, so all you need to do to remove them, you just pull straight up on the heat sink. There's going to be a little bit of stick. This is new thermal compound, so it came off fairly easily. Pull this over here. And make sure you set it somewhere that it's not going to get all disgusting. Alright, now we have our CPUs. To undo the CPU, you're going to put your finger on the retention spring, release it, open it up, and since there's thermal compound on this, I like to go to the back side where you can kind of get a little finger on it and just pull up, and that's one of your 2 Xeons. You can set that aside and something safe to set it on. And then you're going to just close up the bracket, as so. Then you're going to do the same for the other CPU. Open it up, grab from the top and the bottom, and just pull the CPU out. Thought I saw a bent pin for there, I was about to freak out. Alright, and just to help protect the pins from anything falling, you can just close up the CPU holder. Now, there might be 2 sets of fans here and there might be 1. I only have 1. When you're removing the front set of fans, if you want to remove them individually, you can pull them up by pressing the red tab and the black tab and pulling straight up. However, if you want to take the entire set of fans out, you can flip the tab up and pull straight up on the tab and all the fans come out. This is where I see a lot of dust. You can already see dust kind of down and dirty in there. I didn't remove the drive bays. So to remove the drives, here, let's get you a better view. Okay, to remove the drives, what you're going to do is if there is a red drive or a drive with actual hard drive in it, you're just going to press down the red tab, this little flap should pop up, and then you're just going to pull straight out and the drive should come out normally. Now, if you want to remove a drive or a drive placeholder, so something that just placeholds the drive, you're going to grab on both ends, so it releases and just pull out. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this off. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to move both fans from here. You can set those aside. And then this bracket should just be able to okay, I lied. This bracket's actually screwed in from the bottom. Some screw in, some don't, as far as I'm aware. So what we're going to do next is we're going to unplug the power from the drive bays. Now this is a little difficult because the tab is below there we go. And then we can remove it from the motherboard as well. and you have your little jumper. To remove the drive tray, or the drive backplane, what you do is you take this blue part right here, push it forward, and just pull up on the drive plate, and then pull it back. Just like that. You can see there are mounting holes right here, and that's where you pull it, so they slide in there, and then you can pull it out. Okay, to remove the fan and like front assembly fan board, what you're gonna do is, if these aren't tightened like they are right now, then you can just pull them off. But it seems like these ones are flathead, so I'm going to go get a flathead screwdriver. As it turns out, one of my driver kits is actually just barely big enough. So, put that right in there, and they just unscrew normally. So you're just going to unscrew both ends until they're loose. You're going to remove the ribbon cable from the front up here. And then there's another ribbon cable you will remove. This one has like a little neat handle doodad. Interesting, this one doesn't like to come out. I'm just using a screwdriver right here just to push out. There it is. Alright, so we got that connector out. And then there's one other little front connector up here. Make sure that is out. And once all your connectors are undone, you can slide the panel back and then up. Should just come right out like that. This is your header for your CDs. So your CD port is down here, and your IO shield connector is up here. And yeah, that's your disassembled Dell Proliant DL380 G5. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found this tutorial useful. Realistically, if you can take out anything that or this video can teach you how to take out anything here. Let's say you're just installing a PCI, full size graphics card or something. You can just put it in right here. I actually put a Quadro in here once and used it as a rendering server until that Quadro died. F. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. And have a wonderful day.